yeah, I just wanted to make this video because it's genuinely like something that I've actually experienced. I've seen, and I wanted to share it with you because it's quite interesting, and it's quite it kind of makes sense. Because so if you're watching this video, you're probably not in that category because you genuinely want to like improve on yourself, you genuinely want to be a better person, level up. Like, I understand that and I respect that and I admire that. But when, for example, when I was in my, I did an internship last year straight out of university because I didn't have any experience, and getting a job, I was basically being rejected from a lot of jobs because you kind of needed experience, and yeah, I didn't really have any proper experience. So I took on an internship, and I'm really grateful for that. I basically got paid like minimum wage, so I basically got like nothing. So yeah, I had to save up 2 months from my whole wage just to afford to get a MacBook, so then I can have a good computer at least. Because I was using some really bad old computer that would just like take forever to start. But yeah, the point is here, when I was at my internship, there was a lot of people my age, and yeah, and they were really nice people, and it was quite fun. But I noticed that the mindsets of some people, well, majority of people, were not really like, I don't know, they just didn't seem like they wanted to be like go-getters and stuff. So like, I don't know, like maybe from the whole place there were, I would personally say, 2 people that like I really vibed with. I mean, I vibed with everyone, and everyone was really nice, but like there were 2 people that I really like admired, and I took a lot of inspiration. And these 2 people were like, you know, one of them was a proper go-getter. He was like, he was always taking initiative, he was always trying to do the best he could, and he was genuinely like very what's the word? I don't know what the word is, but he was really active, proactive, I guess. Yeah. And then the other person was super smart. He was also, I think he knew he was like too smart for everything, so he didn't try as much. Basically, he went to Oxford University, which is like a major university. But yeah, he was a nice guy though. He helped me out a lot. I took a lot of advice from him as well. So yeah, in the end, those 2 people were really like, I don't know, they were really like, they were go-getters, and they were really people that I admired and I took inspiration from. Everyone else were really nice, but the problem was that everyone was just so lazy. Like, they would do the bare minimum work, and they would just blame like everyone else for, you know, not getting opportunities. Whereas like the 2 people I just mentioned, they went out their way to get opportunities. And you know, this is what like I realized, like, if you're not really a go-getter, then no matter what background you come from, it's difficult to progress. Because like the internship I was at, everyone, or most people, came from I would say they, like, basically they weren't middle class. So socioeconomic wise, you know, these were people that struggled, including myself, to be honest. So it was interesting because when I was there, I realized that some of the people just did the bare minimum. They didn't do much work. And when I first joined, I asked like the senior people, the people that have been there for a year or so, any advice, what can I do to get the best out of this internship, and you know, just try and get the most experience so then I can apply to jobs later on and actually get into it, get a job basically. And yeah, and I got a lot of advice from these people, and they're really helpful. But then when I met some of the other people there, they basically they just weren't proactive, and I found that kind of sad, because they would, like, I don't know, they would in the weekends they would just go out drinking, even during the week, or they would smoke, and like they just wouldn't take care of themselves, really, if that makes sense. Like, it's like they would always say, oh, I wish I could do this, I wish I can do that, but they wouldn't actually take the action to do that thing that they wanted to do. And I find it kind of sad, because I just didn't understand, like, where they're coming from. Like literally straight after work and stuff, they would be like, let's play some, basically just game all day. Like, I don't know. What I'm trying to say here is that basically, because they didn't really show that initiative and that drive, and if, like, right now as we speak, none of them have jobs. Like, it's quite sad. And I'm not even gonna lie, I don't actually feel sorry for them. Like, that's because, we were all on the same boat here, and I made sure that every single time I went to work, I would give it my all, even though we were paid minimum wage. Their excuse was, because we were paid minimum wage, we don't need to put the effort in. But if you have zero experience, that's when you need to put the effort in. Even if you had to work for free, you just have to soak everything up like a sponge, because you don't have anything to prove to employers that, why we should actually hire you. You've got nothing on your canvas. So you have to soak everything up like a sponge. You have to put yourself out there, take every single opportunity. And realistically, none of them did. And I'm not trying to stay here, and I'm not going to say, like, we're better than them, because that's not the right way to look at things. But what we can say is that we can learn from other people by observation, by observing. So what I learned from that experience is that as humans, we're always learning, right? We are always, like, ever since you were, from being a newborn to now, the one thing humans do is learn, and they learn, and they learn. And they learn through observation, they learn through actual teaching, they learn through trial and error. But fundamentally, they just learn. And the thing is, you have to kind of, as you're growing older, you have to do more, take more of the initiative, do more of the effort to learn. And unfortunately, that's not what happened. But and the worst thing is, like, they now say, like, they actually blame the management of my internship, saying that they didn't help them get a job. Like, that's not the way to look at things. The management were really nice people, and they did everything they can to help others, progress. But if you don't take that opportunity yourself, if you don't become accountable for your actions, for yourself, then of course you're not going to see progress. And yeah, like, I just wanted to bring that to attention. I know you're probably watching this aren't that kind of person, because you want to be better. You clicked on this video because you actually care about yourself, you actually want to improve, you want to make a positive impact on your environment. So, props to you, first of all. So keep going, like, learn from observation. Don't look down on people, because once we start looking down on people, then it becomes more of an ego thing, and that's never the way. It's all about giving it your all, and being better than you were yesterday. I guess that's what I wanted to say. hopefully you learned something, or maybe you took some inspiration. You want to just continue what you're doing, really. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video.